We're in downtown Columbus, Ohio. The facility is called COSI. We're going to visit with the folks who put together a program called Farm Days, Little Seeds and Big Tractors. We'll visit with Neil Weber to tell us about the idea and how it transposed. But first, let's visit with John Shaw. John, you're with COSI. For us that grew up in Buckeye State, we're familiar with COSI. For the rest of the world watching, what is COSI all about?
Well, COSI is a science museum that really tries to make science fun through interactive exhibits, hands-on activities, and just a little imagination and creativity in it all.
And I love the idea of being around COSI in the summer because it's always hot and you can go in and get air conditioning, but there's always something changing at COSI. This summer, an outstanding feature. Tell us more about it.
This summer we have an exhibit on Star Wars. That's a big draw. It's all summer long. But, you know, we're really excited about some of our other projects that are going on at the same time. Farm Days, Little Seeds, Big Tractors with JD Equipment and the Franklin County Farm Bureau.
Are you always featuring something different here at COSI?
Pretty much all the time. It's like, you know, we got one exhibit in, and as soon as we can get that one out and get the next one in, we got a new project going on. It usually seems about every 3 months we have a new exhibit going on.
What kind of consistent things will we see every time we come to COSI?
We have a couple big favorites when you come into COSI. One is our high-wire unicycle, the only high-wire unicycle in the country right now that you can get on and ride yourself. And we also have our Foucault pendulum, which is main draw. You know, pendulum goes back and forth and knocks over the pegs as the rotation of the day causes the earth to spin underneath it.
Also, there's a great outside display. I know the kids always enjoy watching it. They've got it weighted and balanced just right where the kids can pick up a car and then look at it and go, how does that work? And that's part of the whole concept of this program.
That's it, you know, making things, taking activities, making them bigger than life, you know, something you couldn't do at home. That's what we want you to have the experience at COSI about.
Now, if you come to COSI or need to know what's coming up on a weekend or a day you may be coming down, is there an easy way to check the schedule?
Definitely. The easiest way is to check our website. It's www.cosi.org, and COSI is C-O-S-I, in case we didn't spell that already. And you can also call us on phone. It's 614-228-COSI, so it's 2674.
2674, again, 614 area code in Central Ohio. Thank you, John, for the update there. Let's go to Neil Weber. And Neil, were you joking when you were talking to another Farm Bureau member and saying, let's take some big equipment and put it downtown Columbus and have people come out and check it out?
I don't know what he was thinking, but I was not joking at all. They have to bring the equipment down here is quite a task, and to put on this event is quite a task. But I think in the end, it's well worth it to get some get some exposure with Franklin County Farm Bureau and JD Equipment, and to bring some people to COSI too. It's matching the technology that they have inside to the technology that we have here outside.
We also want to remind people you're a volunteer at Farm Bureau. This is something, as a committee head, you said we can do more, and you have.
Yeah, Promotions and Education is the chair that I hold with Franklin County Farm Bureau, and I thought, hey, let's do something different. And, well, this is the only one in the country like this here.
And this is year number 2, so obviously you got it going and it works well. Was it easier to do second year than first?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure it was. You know, you kind of got, the quirks worked out of it in the first year. And, we brought some, I think, more equipment this year and some more exhibits and some more, commodity groups came in and did a little more this year. But we knew what we were doing, and it made things, of course, easier.
I'm sure coming in, Farm Bureau's big in safety and helping farmers and consumers understand safety and what goes out on the farm. You did just what farmers do, select a time period of the day when there's not as many people on the road in order to transport all the equipment in. That had to be a lot of fun. I'm sure you had a lot of volunteers lining up for that.
Yeah, not too often you can drive a tractor through downtown Columbus and, at 4 a.m. leaving JD Equipment. Not too often you get the chance to do something like that.
Now, we also want to remind people, JD Equipment is not Deere & Company corporate, but a local dealer, but one of the largest in the country, and they were more than excited to be a part of this program.
Yeah, absolutely. We first talked to Deere corporate, and they said, hey, let's talk to JD, and they had the equipment and the facilities to make this happen, and it's a great partnership that Franklin County Farm Bureau and COSI and JD hold together now.
Now, any changes for year 2 compared to year 1? Was OSU involved? The hand-on projects for the Little Seeds and some of those programs, was that a part of the original program as well?
No, we've added some exhibits this year. OSU is new this year. ADM, Archer Daniels Midland from Groves Road over there. They have an exhibit here this year. We brought a sprayer in this year. We're kind of concentrating on the grain end of farming, the grain production, and this is a lot of the equipment, especially you would use for grain production.
And were the kids kidding when they came up the table and said, Do you have the collector cards, or what were they looking for?
Well, this year we added the cards, and at every piece of equipment we have a card that they can take home with them. This happens to be the combine, and we have one for tractor and the different commodities, so they can remember this event. Maybe come back next year.
One thing we want to point out in the size of the display here, the SMV sign helps people remind we always try to play safe on the road. When you see this vehicle, it's traveling under 25 miles per hour.
Absolutely. I live here in Franklin County, and to operate a piece of farm machinery within the confines of this county is difficult. And remember that SMV sign, and remember, be careful. Be careful out there. It's very dangerous, and we try to do our best to try to stay out of your way, but it's difficult in a piece of equipment such as the one behind me.
Give them lots of room when they're out doing their job on the farm. Farm days, little seeds, and big tractors. Until next time, I'm Dale Minyo, and I'll see you down the road. Down the Road is brought to you in part by Prince Agra, makers of Omnigen AF, advancing animal nutrition for healthy animals, and Woodruff Enterprise of Springfield, Ohio.